All right, here's another prime example of the left-wing bias at CBS News.
Here's Paula Reed.
Here's never-Trumper Paula Reed.
Our debt to you is everlasting.
On sacred ground atop Omaha Beach.
So right away, she's trying to set this up as Trump is committing a blasphemous act. And notice during this entire report at the bottom of the screen, CBS brands Trump as a provocateur. Now, keep in mind, a provocateur is someone who provokes, agitates, and causes trouble. They initiate confrontation. But they presented this report in such a way as to lead viewers into believing that Trump was the provocateur, that he initiated the confrontation.
President Trump carried out a somber duty of his office, memorializing the men who fought and died here 75 years ago.
Your spirit, brave, unyielding, and true, will never die.
Mr. Trump campaigned on a promise to move the U.S. away from Europe, but today paid tribute to those who fought alongside the Americans.
Our cherished alliance was forged in the heat of battle and proven in the blessings of peace.
Since leaving the White House for Europe, President Trump has alternated between senior statesman
It's an amazing place.
and provocateur.
No, I don't think much of him.
So notice how CBS gives no backstory to what he's commenting on. Trump was responding, making a rebuttal when asked for comment by a reporter on the mayor of London, who 2 days in advance of Trump's visit wrote an op-ed piece about Trump, calling Trump an egregious example of a global threat and likened Trump to a fascist. So then in response to this vile hit piece on the plane ride to England, Trump called Khan a stone-cold loser who should focus on crime in London, not me, which is true. Why is the mayor of a city inserting himself into world politics and insulting a president in advance of his visit to England to honor the veterans of D-Day? But according to CBS, it's okay to make nasty comments about Trump, but as soon as Trump fires back, Trump is a provocateur.
In an interview with Fox News at the U.S. cemetery in Normandy, the president attacked former special counsel and Vietnam veteran Robert Mueller.
Oh, so Robert Mueller is now untouchable because he's a veteran. Robert Mueller can never be criticized or responded to after his politically motivated press conference in which he didn't take any questions, refuses to testify before Congress, has conveniently retired, and he has walked back his press conference comments.
He made such a fool out of himself.
And had this to say about House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
I call her Nervous Nancy. Nancy Pelosi's a disaster, okay? She's a disaster.
Pelosi, also attending the D-Day ceremony, declined to engage.
Well, I'm not talking about him overseas. Thank you.
So CBS just leaves it at that. Notice how CBS omitted reporting on what Pelosi said about Trump a day earlier. She said she wants to see Trump in prison, which is a vile thing to say. Could you imagine the media's outrage if somebody said that about Obama? Even liberal Alan Dershowitz was offended by Pelosi's comments because Trump hasn't broken any law, hasn't been charged with any crime. He called her comments outrageous.
Pelosi, also attending the D-Day ceremony, declined to engage.
Declined to engage. She initiated. CBS is trying to trick know-nothing viewers into thinking that this was an unprovoked attack on her. CBS is fake news.
Anthony, the president's scripted remarks that we just heard here, they really do echo what we've heard from past presidents, embracing this idea of shared sacrifice. But what makes President Trump's remarks today so significant is that many people believe this could be the last time a U.S. president has the opportunity to address these D-Day veterans in person here in Normandy, because as they get older, it gets harder and harder for them to travel here for the commemoration.
So she's trying to paint this picture that Trump ruined a last opportunity to honor living D-Day vets.